Hey there, and welcome to episode 1 of my Skyrim Special Edition playthrough, Permadeath playthrough. Here we have Luther, just hanging out in the Vigilant of Stendarr Hall of the Vigilance. What I thought I'd do is I'd quickly go through the various mods which I have, or the main mods, and also sort of just introduce to you kind of my sort of plan for this character. So the main mods which we need to be aware of along this playthrough that'll kind of dictate kind of how I play and the choices that I make. If we have a look in the mod section, so I've got a lot of immersion mods to kind of, increase immersion basically, but the big ones are Winter Sun. I'm just trying to find it. It may not actually have I'm pretty sure it does. Yes, Winter Sun. Winter Sun Faiths. So this mod kind of adds kind of a more involved religion aspect to the game, where you can pick a deity and you can kind of do what that deity sort of wants you to do, and then in return you get kind of buffs, so you get sort of benefits. So for example, if you follow Talos, you will get an increase in your shouting ability if you do certain feats, or if you defeat certain foes. For example, slaying dragons, you get shouts that makes Talos happy basically. In this one, I'm actually going to be sort of in case you didn't see the prologue, heavily following Stendarr. So Stendarr is the god of righteousness, the god of order and justice. So as well as the immersion mods, the religion mods and things like that, I've got other sort of mods to make the game even more realistic. We've got things like loot and degradation, so my armor and my weapons will kind of wear down over time, and potentially break if I'm not careful. We've got things like immersive followers, so I can have potentially more than one follower if I decide to go more of like a support role. I've got honed metal, so Luther doesn't really know his way around the smith very well, but with honed metal you can actually pay for smiths to actually make things for you, so that's pretty cool. So we'll be able to work on our enchanting, and also then we can pay for weapons and armor to be made for us, which is really cool. Harvest overhaul, a few other things, so like vampires are a little bit more dangerous. I've got somewhere here, I've got an overhaul for vampires, werewolves, lots of other sort of things to help with combat. So obviously the base game vanilla spells are kind of been there, done that. So I've got apocalypse spells which I use I can't play without basically, which adds hundreds more spells to all the, well, not hundreds to each school, but each school gets a wealth of new spells. I've got animation mods, we've got a few other things sort of in there. I was going to use combat sort of overhaul, but the combat gameplay overhaul, but I decided not to, just because it was kind of it's more for like third person, and I'm primarily going to be playing this guy first person. So that's sort of the mods. As for kind of how I'm going to be playing, so in case I didn't say it already, this is a permadeath playthrough. So Luther has 1 life, and if I die, that's it. There's no coming back. Basically, game over. We're just going to activate the shrine here before we take off on our adventure. So I guess the plan, so I thought I already had accepted stand-up, that's right, we'll do it now. Awesome. Okay, so the plan for this playthrough is, if you haven't seen the prologue, which I recommend, basically...
The mercy of Stendarr does not extend to Daedra worshippers.
Yeah, thanks mate. Basically the plan...
Wherever the Daedra hide, the Vigil of Stendarr will cast them into the light.
Yep, I know, I'm part of the Vigilance. Thank you for telling me that again. Anyway, as I was saying, the plan is to take down the vampire menace that have come to Skyrim. Now, I might just quickly... Settings. Audio. We're just going to pull that down a little bit. Cool. So yeah, so eliminate the vampires, but also just hunting down, you know, the undead. That's sort of Luther's main goal. And also his other goal, so the other thing I want to try and achieve is to defeat the to defeat the Stormcloaks by joining the Imperials, and sort of going along with that. Now there is one other thing I just wanted to do. I do have, I don't have Frostfall installed, but I have a different mod, which is Sunhelm, and that's a new needs mod. So it includes sort of cold, hunger, thirst, and fatigue all in one. I'm just going to actually change the settings. Hunger rate. Oh, okay, so they're all different. So I'm just going to pull this down to maybe half. So we still get hungry, we still get thirsty, but it's just not going to be quite as often. Fatigue. We'll pull it down a little bit. Cold. Now cold, I was thinking I'm going to potentially I was thinking of turning it off, just because Skyrim can be really tough, and we're starting up in the northern end of Skyrim, so it's going to be really cold. I might just halve the effects and see how we go. If it's really too enduring, like, I think I'll just have to turn it off, because I don't want to die on a Permadeath playthrough because of the weather. I feel like that'd be a bit underwhelming. Okay, so we'll leave it like that. Good. Alright. Now, first things first, we don't even have a shield, so I actually want to go into, I believe Dawnstar is the closest town. Yep, Dawnstar. So we're going to head north up to Dawnstar and see if we can't also improve our armor, because at the moment, what do we got? We've just got a set of iron gauntlets and boots, and I do kind of also want to potentially break this down, these robes, and maybe the hood. We might keep the hood, but break it down to get the to learn the enchantments, and then potentially I want to actually rock just a full set of heavy, because the kind of the idea for this character is that I kind of want to play a sort of paladin character, but also with a sort of supporting cleric kind of elements. So I do eventually want to have a follower, and I want to be able to heal that follower and sort of buff that follower, which is why I've also got alteration as a skill. Oh yeah, I should talk about, so the main skills, in fact, let's have a look here. So restoration is the biggest skill. You can see we start level 3. I chose that just because I wanted to have a couple of perks to kind of get going. So we've got Restoration Mastery. Again, if you're not familiar with this, is Ordinator. Again, another mod I can't play without. Basically overhauls all of the skills in the game, all the perks. We've got a decent level of Restoration, Alteration, Enchanting is also quite good. We're not going to be doing any smithing. Heavy armor will be our focus as opposed to light, so we're going to really be kind of embodying that classic paladin sort of style. Blocking as well, so I do need to get a shield to really make the most of the blocking skill. And then one-handed, we'll be using blunt weapons primarily. If I find a really good sword that has an amazing enchant, well then I might switch out, but for now the goal is blunt weapons, and that's pretty much it. So, and speech. So he's pretty smart guy. You know, he was raised by two well-educated parents. Grew up in solitude, and then has also now been raised by the Vigilant of Stendarr. So I figured he'd be pretty eloquent, and we may invest into speech. Although I've never really done speech before on any playthrough. With Ordinator, it kind of is a little bit better. Like, you actually do have some cool perks that kind of, there's ones here for bards, there's the classic ones for like sails, but then there's also ones here for shouting. And I don't know whether we'll actually get into that on this character, because I've used the alternate start mod to start as a Vigilant of Stendarr, and so the main storyline hasn't actually started. We also have decent alchemy, because if I figure if we run out of magicka, we want to be able to make some potions. We'll have some potions just in case we do run out. So yeah, that's basically the plan and sort of the build of the character. So I'm going to be playing it in a typical kind of roleplay way. So I'm not going to be doing things that the character wouldn't. So, for example, this is a fight. It looks like some giants are taking on bandits. That's something that I'm definitely going to steer clear of, because I'm level 3. So I'm going to definitely avoid that. Whoop. So yeah, so we're going to head down to Dawnstar, and we're going to see if we can't. We've got a little bit of money. What do we got? 400 gold, 430 gold. See if I can't get a shield, and maybe see if I can improve my my weapon and my gauntlets and my boots. Just so with my loot and degradation mod, they could break quite easily. So that's the first thing we're going to do. Let's have a look. Heading the right way. Yep. We'll see how we go. Oh, something's going on over here. Some guy. And I think I just heard a wolf. I don't know what's going on over here. Oh. Okay. That's interesting. Don't know where they went. I can hear a wolf, but I can't see one. Oh yeah, I said I was going to play first person, didn't I? I'm just so used to playing third person on all my other characters, just because you're going to get... there's lots of cool animation mods that kind of enhance the combat from third person, but I really want to embody this character as I play, so first person will be... Unless it kind of gets too clunky, we'll see how we go, but it'll be the main way that I'll play. Alright, Dawnstar. Okay, the air is freezing. Not great.
Divine sakes, who do you think we're threatening with our old war rooms? We're not soldiers anymore.
Legion armor. What should I make of that?
He's proud of his service.
A strange time,
The
friend.
Legion taught us
Seems everyone in the town is
and
having
adhered
nightmares.
to Dawnstar.
Nightmares.
This isn't
Not me.
I catch you sending one letter to General Tullius. I'll have you both executed.
I wasn't born in Skyrim, but when I served in the Legion,
Okay.
this land became mine.
Don't know what's going on there.
Tell them to head to Windhelm. Ulfric Stormcloak wants to
Nah, I don't want to hear you, man. I'm definitely not going to be doing that.
My duty is to guard Brina Meredith.
Okay.
You come
You're
to
Brina.
Dawnstar at a bad time. Tempers are fiery.
I came at a bad time. What's going on?
Not a single man or woman in Dawnstar has gotten a good night's rest in days. We keep having the same nightmare over and over. If people aren't tired, they're angry. And if they aren't angry, they're afraid. It's made keeping order a mess. I hear Mara has sent one of her priests to the inn to try to calm people down. But I don't know how much words will do now.
Okay. Do you have any work?
Drowning your troubles in mead? A lot of folks are doing that these days. You'll want the Wind Peak Inn.
Okay.
As for work, you could try to catch Scald in a good mood, but your best bet would be working in the mines. They're on opposite
Yeah, you
ends
can
of
forget about that. I'm not going to be mining. So we might check out the inn. Let's what time is it? Yeah, let's head down to the smithy, and he's not here, but he'll be here soon. What time is it? Yeah. I guess I can kind of warm up by the the smelter. Not the smelter. The forge. If I do wait, the problem is I probably will get a lot colder. So maybe I could wait indoors. Let's quickly, we'll check out the inn and see if there's... Oh. I can hear trouble. I can hear wolves. But it sounds like they probably dealt with it already. Yep. Okay. Well, our first taste of combat. Almost. Not quite. Let's go check out the inn. We'll see if there's any jobs to do. Oh wow, it's busy in here. Oh. Alright.
You must be one of those wizards from the college in Winterhold.
Not quite.
Need something?
No, I'm good.
Yes?
My god.
What do you
it's so
want?
busy in here.
The Wind Peak Inn features the finest bard in
Excuse
all
me.
of Dawnstar.
Oh,
Me.
What now?
Need something?
gee. Alright. Let's see.
This city speaks.
Need a room? Don't worry. Nightmares don't seem to happen for travelers.
I'm looking for work. Got any leads?
Here, take a look at this. Some of the Jarl's men came by and left this bounty letter.
Okay, interesting. Bounty.
See
Not
ya.
really a bounty hunter per se, but I mean, we need to get some practice in before we can take on the real menace, which are the vampires and the undead. Let's have a look. By order of Skull, to all able-bodied men and women of the Pale, the bandits located in Fort Fellhammer have been harassing, robbing, and attacking citizens and visitors. A reward will be offered to anyone who kills their leader. Okay, we could do that. We'll keep that in mind. Thanks for that, Thoring. Now, there was a guy here. I was told there was a priest of Mara. He looks like a priest who knew something about the nightmare issue going on in this town.
What troubles you, my son? Yes, sirrah.
What's wrong with everyone around here?
The entire town is being plagued by horrible nightmares. They're in serious danger, but I'm afraid there's little I can do about it.
Okay. But what could you do anyway? Dreams aren't real.
These dreams are manifestations created by the Daedric Lord, Vermina. She
Vermina,
has an awful
okay.
hunger for our memories.
Right.
In return, she leaves behind nightmares. Not unlike a cough marks a serious illness. I must end her terrible influence over these people before the damage becomes permanent.
About
What's your plan?
I need to return to the source of the problem, to Nightcaller Temple. Perhaps you'd be willing to assist me in that regard.
your lewd jokes like before.
What do you mean return? You've been there?
I've already said too much. If anyone overhears what we're saying, it could start a panic.
Okay.
I would simply ask that you trust me and help me end Dawnstar's nightmares.
Well, I mean, I don't really know you that well. I feel like you're hiding something.
Your concerns are understandable. Trust is a very difficult commodity to come by these days. I can only give you my word as a priest of Mara that my intentions are honorable.
I don't know, man. Maybe another time.
I understand. If you should change your mind,
I don't really know this guy.
I'll be here.
So, I mean, we can come back to that. And not to break character or anything, but I know that his quest is really, can be quite challenging. And I'm only level 3.
Yes,
so,
my son.
we might come back
What
to
is it
that
I
when we're a
can
little
help
bit
with?
higher level. Alright. Cool. We've got a little bounty quest. We could do that. Let's see, where is that? Fort Fellhammer. Okay, it's not too far away. It's actually really close to the Hall of the Vigilant. We could do that. I might actually have a look. There's also the missive board, which I can check out. And the missive board That's another mod, in case you haven't seen before, which basically adds radiant quests like continuously. So you don't have to go to the inn and speak to the innkeepers in each town. You can just head to the missive board, and there's usually a bunch of different kinds of quests, like collecting quests, yeah, killing bounty quests, killing bandits, but also sometimes there's quests like hunt down vampires or werewolves or things like that. All right, let's see.
My duty is to guard Brina Meredith.
Okay, the blacksmith's here.
God, I'm so tired.
Seems like no one is getting a decent night's rest in
Yeah, I've heard.
Dawnstar, stranger. Best buy your steel and move on.
All right. What have you got for
Take a
sale?
look.
Oh, you also notice that I'm not playing with. If you've watched some of my other videos, I like to use Skyrim Souls. I've turned Skyrim Souls off for this game, for this playthrough, just because I do want to be able to pause the game, you know, in the heat of a battle. I don't feel like it's cheating because the vanilla game, that was how it was. So the quick menu and the menus are all actually back to vanilla settings. All right, let's see what has he got. He's got an iron shield. It's pretty good. And a hide shield. I think I'm gonna go. I mean, I have to go the iron shield, don't I? All right, I'll take that. Ooh, now I don't know if I have enough gold to get him to improve my my gauntlets and things. Let's just see.
Need a dagger? No? How about a claymore?
Could you temper my weapons and armor?
Of course.
Oh, okay, it's not too expensive. All right, here are my boots.
Cool.
Cool.
Looking for a shield. Best thing between you and the enemy, friend.
What
Of
about
course.
my gloves?
Don't forget getting a good pair of gauntlets.
Oh yeah,
Broken hands
definitely.
can't hold a sword.
And
Of course.
my weapon. Alright, cool. Now, that should mean now that my armor... Hang on. Something's not quite right there. So, that's supposed to mean that now they're improved. Oh, I may have turned on I may have another feature where
I work steel, weapons mostly. Of course.
Yeah, so I've got two different mods. I've got one where you actually they do it on the spot, and then I've got one mod which
Most of the guards in Dawnstar
you like
carry
basically the
swords
one
from
that enables you to put in like a request for them to build a particular weapon or armor.
I trained in Hammerfell during my journeyman years. Of course.
Okay, I think I'll be back. That's not how that mod's supposed to work. Okay, I'm back. So I just had to look in my settings, and I forgot that I actually put on a delay. So that means that, and it's, you know, a bit more immersive, a bit more realistic. When I give, when I basically pay for the tempering service, the blacksmith will actually hold on to the items, and you know, in theory, for that time, he'll be working on them, and then they actually get delivered back to me via a courier. So yeah, that's basically what's happened. So I guess for the next couple of hours, since I do have to wait a couple of hours, we'll go and check out the missive board, and then maybe I might go and see if there's any other quests that I can pick up around this area, or perhaps anyone else I can talk to. All right. Okay. Cool. Let's go and check out the missive board first. See if there's any there might be like a simple delivery quest or something like that I can do. Okay. So we could do, there's some delivering letters, delivering a weapon to Heljarken. Where's Heljarken? Is that far away? We'll see. Oh, gather iron ore, gather fly, Amanita. try. Might as well just do all these to start. I'm not going to hunt the fugitive, because that's... You know what? We'll take all those, except for the letter one. Alright, let's have a look. I'm looking for someone to collect several chunks of iron ore to complete a project I'm working on. So then, I guess got to give them to Rusleaf. Now, I don't think... Is Rusleaf the... Actually, yeah, I think he is the blacksmith here, isn't he? Okay, that one's pretty easy. Let's just do that, and we'll get a bit of gold for that. So I know I said before I wouldn't do any mining, because I thought that work was below me, but hey, you got to start somewhere.
Need something.
Alright. Pretty sure this is an iron mine. Yeah, iron breaker mine. It's in the name. Alright. Naturally, I might just turn that on. Oh, I have turned it on. Good. We'll turn all these on as well. Might not do that one just yet. And I might not do that one just yet. Cool. That's another mod I've got, Helgen Reborn. I could maybe do that at some point. Go down and but actually what I was thinking is I've got another mod which I haven't actually activated yet, but it's the Vigilant of Stendarr rebuild mod. Because obviously not to spoil the Dawnguard storyline, but eventually, as we all know, the Vigilant of Stendarr gets burnt down by the vampires. So I may put that mod, install that mod later, or activate it later, and then also that could be a thing that this character could do.
Watch what you're doing.
Okay. Any other? So now we can hand that to him. Alright, he'll be very appreciative, I'm sure. Oh, hello.
I've been looking for you. Got something I'm supposed to deliver. Your hands only. Let's see here.
This is my gauntlet and my boots and my mace. Did he give them to me? He did. Okay, so they're just fine. So that's alright. I guess this blacksmith, he's not quite as well experienced as, say, someone like Yorlin Greymane in Whiterun, who would potentially, when he improves your weapons and armor, they can be almost like superior. Maybe not legendary, but they get quite good. That's alright. That's better than nothing. Okay. So we're going to equip the Iron Mace. Now, another thing I wanted to do is... Oh, yeah, it's already good to go. So I have I Equip. Now, I Equip is a really cool mod that basically overhauls... Well, it doesn't overhaul, but it adds an additional part to the quick menu. And what I did want to do, now that I've got a shield, is we can actually bind that to my left hand. So now my left hand... So if I actually press the left hand key, I can switch between unarmed, healing. I've got a turn lesser undead spell as well. As part of being a vigilant, I guess that comes with it. I've got a candlelight spell in case the dungeons are getting dark. And then we can go oak flesh. And then we get back to the iron shield. Try that again. Yeah. So it's pretty cool. You can basically quickly switch. And in combat, I'm pretty sure it slows down time. I've put the settings so that it does slow down time. Cool.
Yeah.
Alright. I did want to change that as well. No, not magic. We want to put our praying. We want to map that to... is that... Yeah, we want to put pray on it as our power.
I'm all ears.
Shady Sam. Interesting shady fella. Okay. Rusleaf.
Seems like no one is getting a decent night's rest in Dawnstar, stranger.
I've got all that iron ore that you were looking for.
Thank you. Here, this is for you.
Cool, got a bit of gold. Oh, and he gave me an iron war axe. I don't really need that axe, but I can sell it back to you. And also, you've got a delivery job.
Of course.
Cool. So I need to give that to someone. We'll see who I need to give it to in a second. Let me just
take a look.
Sell you that. I don't really need that. Thanks, though, but you can have that back. And, well, you can have the pickaxe. I'm not going to be mining. And the iron ore. Okay. So the steel sword. Alright.
Back if you need steel.
Where did that need to go? Okay. To here. There must be someone there who's going to pick it up. Alright. So, what we might do... Let's see. We can check out Fort Felhammer. It's probably a good place to start. I mean, in theory, I'm only level 3. The bandits shouldn't be too difficult. So we'll go there, and then on our way, after that, we can continue down the path and deliver that sword by... What day does it need to be there? 22nd. So today's the 18th. So I've got 4 days. I've got plenty of time. I can even stop in at the Hall of the Vigilant to rest if I need to, and then continue on. Alright, I think that's the plan. So no vampires yet, but that'll be our sort of first sort of little journey that we'll take. Alright, thank you for watching. That'll be it for this episode. On the next episode, we'll head down, we'll visit the Fort Felhammer. We'll see if we can take down those bandits, and then we'll deliver that sword. Alright, thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.